Hello everybody, and it's Shade back in with a new video on this channel. Now before I do get into this video, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. But yeah, anyways, let's get straight into the video. So guys, today I'm basically going to be going through reasons why you still aren't rich in Greenville. Now I can't tell you guys how many times I get people commenting on my videos asking how I get so much money, and even though in comparison to some other people I don't have that much money, I have over $1 million with all of these cars. Obviously not trying to flex, but a lot of people ask how I get all of these things. So pretty much in today's video, I'm just going to be going through all the major things that a lot of people end up doing that they don't realize, which in return makes them not have much money at all. So this video will hopefully go through a lot of those stuff and help you guys out when it comes to saving your money. So the first thing here is buying too many cars and then selling them pretty much straight away or sometime quickly after you actually end up purchasing them. And even though this may not seem terrible, it isn't really a great saving strategy at all, because all you're really doing is pretty much just wasting all of your money, and it's overall just not a very good thing to do, because for those of you who don't know, when you actually buy a car and sell it, the car actually loses value and you get paid back less money than you actually bought it for, which does make people lose quite a lot more money than they actually think they do lose. And yeah, it's overall just not very good. So my one and only number one tip here when it comes to this, or the people who do this often, which is a lot of people by the way, I know that a lot of you guys are probably going to try and deny this, but a lot of people do it. Even me at one point did also do the same thing. I've reduced it a lot now, but I used to do it a lot. And my one major tip to you guys is only buy cars if you actually genuinely really want them and you think that you'll be using it for a long time. And also make sure the car isn't overly overpriced, so then if you do eventually end up deciding to sell it, you won't lose a whole bunch of money for what you actually bought it for. Because if you buy a cheaper car, you won't probably lose as much money as you would, opposed to the fact if you bought like some hyper car that's like over $1 million or something like that. Also, the second thing here is not playing the game enough, and I know that a lot of people do occasionally get bored of Greenville, and that's the same thing with me. And I do definitely 100% understand that. However, not playing the game enough is a factor to a lot of people not having that much money. And even though it's not necessarily a bad thing if you don't play that much, because, you know, we can't really force people to play much, but it's like, I don't know, playing the game a lot in general does just help you get a lot of money. And with me, I don't really play the game a lot behind the scenes, but I do occasionally stream quite a lot, which does definitely help a lot with me getting money and stuff like that, because that does technically count as playtime. So yeah, and even when you are playing, you don't really have to do anything. You can just have a video running in the background or something like that, or listening to it while just driving around and stuff like that. I do not condone AFK grinding. That is not a good thing to do. However, just normally driving around, having a video playing in the background or something like that is definitely a good way to grind money in this game, because it doesn't count as AFK grinding, and it's a lot more fun than just sitting there driving with nothing in the background at all, and it's just boring. But yeah, so for those of you who really want money and who are really desperate, I just recommend playing the game more as well. Now, another crucial thing that I see a lot of people not doing is not having a job. I can't tell you guys how many times I've been into public servers and people just don't have jobs equipped at all. Now, I'm assuming that some new players might think that if you equip a job, you actually have to go and physically work there to get paid. But in Greenville's case, at least, we're all pretty lucky, because that's actually not the case. You literally just have to equip a job, and then every couple of minutes you will be paid a certain amount of money, which is really beneficial in the long run. And even though it may not look like a lot, it does add up over time, and eventually it will end up being quite a large sum of money that you actually receive. And with the new interactive jobs that have been added into Greenville, those also help a lot, because you'll get paid every couple of minutes, and then on top of that you can get paid even more and even more frequently if you actually go to those interactive jobs and work there. So when it comes to jobs and you actually want to play the game, I'd highly recommend going for interactive jobs, because those will definitely be your major money makers. But if you're just the type of person to kind of just drive around and chill, then just definitely choose a regular job that's not interactive to actually use while playing the game and grinding out money. Because as I did say before, it does all add up over time, and a lot of people may be quite shocked with how much it actually does add up, because you guys will probably find yourselves getting a lot of money after doing this for a while. Now, the next thing is something that a lot of people actually don't know, and this is driving too fast while grinding for money. So if you guys actually do drive really fast in the game, you will still get paid for driving, but you won't get paid anywhere near as much, or if you're just kind of cruising around the speed limits, because, I don't know, it's just the thing with Greenville where it seems as if that if you drive slower, you do tend to get paid quite a lot more money than if you're literally just gassing it down the main road. So for those of you people who do just grind by speeding completely, I'd recommend toning the speed down a little bit and kind of just going the speed limit. And even though it may be a bit more boring and less thrilling, it will definitely get you paid a lot more. Because I remember in GV3, I used to take hours on end to save up even just 100k, because I just used to fully gas it down the highway back and forth, and I would never really get paid for that much money. But as soon as I realized that if I slowed down, I'd get paid more, I started getting paid a ton more, and it definitely was very beneficial to me in the long run, and definitely did help me get a bit more money. And now guys, the next thing is going into RP servers. And even though this may not really seem like a thing that would get you a lot of money, it actually surprisingly does help you get money, because when you're playing in roleplay servers, you're usually pretty immersed in the roleplays and stuff like that, especially when you're working at jobs and stuff like that. So if you guys do go into a lot of roleplay servers, then I'd recommend opening up some stores and stuff like that, especially maybe interactive job stores as well, so then you can get paid more frequently compared to just regular jobs. Because one, it's pretty fun role-playing with actual people instead of just like making money by yourself or with AIs. So it's much more fun doing it with actual physical people and actually talking to them and stuff like that. But then at the same time, while you're having fun interacting with other players and stuff like that, you will also be getting paid quite a lot of money as well. But yeah guys, that's pretty much it for today's video. Hopefully some of these tips do end up helping you guys out when it comes to Greenville and making money and getting rich and stuff like that. But yeah, anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to drop a like and subscribe if you haven't already. And yeah, anyways, see you later guys, and goodbye.